Your consciousness has been calibrated to abundance, and reality will begin organizing itself to match this new configuration through various manifestation pathways. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and this is the 24-hour financial quantum leap. We are activating immediate money miracles. You know, everything you've been taught about manifestation timing is designed to keep you waiting for abundance that could arrive as quickly as your next heartbeat. Right now, as you listen to these words, millions of dollars are moving across digital networks at the speed of light. Fortunes change hands in milliseconds on trading floors around the world. Lottery winners transform their entire financial reality in the time it takes to check a ticket. Yet somehow, when it comes to your personal abundance, you've been conditioned to believe that change must be slow, gradual, and earned through struggle over time. This conditioning represents one of the most destructive myths ever embedded in human consciousness. The belief that financial transformation requires time creates artificial barriers between you and abundance that already exists in infinite supply. Every moment you spend waiting for your financial situation to improve slowly is a moment you're delaying access to wealth that could flow to you immediately. The universe operates according to quantum principles, not the linear time constraints that govern mechanical processes. In quantum reality, all possibilities exist simultaneously as potential states waiting to be collapsed into experience through conscious observation and intention. Your financially abundant life is not something you need to build piece by piece over months or years. It already exists as a complete reality configuration in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Consider the electronic money transfer that can move millions of dollars from New York to Tokyo in seconds. This isn't science fiction. It's the everyday reality of how wealth operates in our modern world. Money itself has become pure information, electromagnetic patterns moving at light speed through global networks. The same quantum principles that allow instant financial transfers across the planet can facilitate instant financial shifts in your personal reality when you understand how to align your consciousness with these fundamental operating systems. The revolutionary insight that changes everything is recognizing that financial abundance isn't something you create through effort and time. It's something you access through precise consciousness alignment. Every successful entrepreneur who seemingly appears overnight, every investor who times the market perfectly, every individual who attracts unexpected windfalls is demonstrating this quantum speed principle in action. They're not working harder or longer than everyone else. They're operating from consciousness states that allow rapid financial flow. Your consciousness functions as both a transmitter and receiver in the cosmic financial network. When properly calibrated, your awareness can detect and lock onto abundance frequencies that broadcast continuously throughout the universe. The same intelligence that coordinates global economic systems can coordinate your personal financial reality when you learn to communicate with these systems directly through quantum consciousness protocols. The key psychological shift that unlocks this quantum speed capability involves moving from the paradigm of building wealth over time to accessing wealth that already exists. This eliminates the internal resistance that arises when you try to manifest something your current experience contradicts. Instead of fighting against financial limitation, you step into alignment with financial realities where abundance flows naturally and immediately. Modern physics has proven that time as we experience it is a perceptual construct rather than a fundamental reality. At the quantum level, past, present, and future exist simultaneously as interconnected probability waves. This means your financially abundant future is not distant. It exists right now in parallel probability streams that you can access through precise consciousness navigation. The 24-hour time frame we're working with is not arbitrary. It represents one complete cycle of consciousness states that allows for full integration of new reality programming. During these 24 hours, you will move through waking awareness, relaxed receptivity, dream consciousness, and renewed alertness. Each state provides unique opportunities for installing abundance programming at different levels of your consciousness architecture. Today, you're going to discover that financial transformation operates according to quantum rather than mechanical principles. You're going to learn to align your consciousness with abundance timelines that already exist, rather than trying to create abundance through effort and patience. Most importantly, you're going to experience firsthand that the speed of financial change is limited only by the precision of your consciousness alignment, not by external circumstances or conventional timelines. Now that you understand money operates at quantum speed, let me show you something that will fundamentally transform how you perceive financial reality itself. Money, at its most basic level, is not the physical currency in your wallet or even the numbers displayed in your bank account. Money is electromagnetic frequency patterns moving through the quantum field, just like radio waves broadcasting through the atmosphere around you right now. Consider this profound truth: at this very moment, thousands of radio and television signals are passing through the space that you're sitting in. Music, news, movies, and conversations in dozens of languages are flowing through your body as electromagnetic frequencies. It's undeniable. It's truth. You can't see them, touch them, or hear them directly, but they exist in complete form, waiting for the right receiver to tune in to their specific wavelengths. Financial abundance operates according to these exact same principles. The quantum field surrounding you contains infinite abundance frequencies broadcasting continuously from the cosmic intelligence that organizes all prosperity on Earth. Every business opportunity, every investment insight, every innovative idea, every potential income stream exists as electromagnetic patterns in this field. The reason most people experience financial limitation isn't because abundance is scarce. It's because their consciousness isn't calibrated to receive these abundance transmissions. Your consciousness functions as the most sophisticated radio equipment ever created, capable of both transmitting your financial intentions into the quantum field and receiving abundance opportunities that are broadcasting towards you. When properly calibrated, your awareness becomes a precision instrument that can detect and lock onto prosperity frequencies with the same accuracy that allows your smartphone to connect to specific cellular towers among thousands of competing signals. Understanding this quantum field structure explains why certain individuals seem to possess almost supernatural financial intuition. Successful entrepreneurs often describe getting hunches about business opportunities that lead to extraordinary profits. Investors speak of gut feelings that guide them to perfect market timing. These aren't random lucky guesses. These individuals have developed quantum field sensitivity that allows their consciousness to receive abundance intelligence directly from the cosmic financial network. The electronic banking systems that move trillions of dollars daily operate as visible proof of these quantum financial principles. When you transfer money electronically, you're not moving physical objects from one location to another. You're transmitting electromagnetic information patterns that update digital records across global networks. The money exists as pure information, pure frequency, pure electromagnetic consciousness moving at light speed through quantum communication systems. This reveals why traditional financial education often fails to create actual abundance. Learning market analysis, studying economic theory, or memorizing investment strategies addresses only the mechanical aspects of financial systems. True financial mastery requires developing quantum field sensitivity, the ability to perceive abundance opportunities before they manifest into obvious physical form. Your consciousness already possesses all the equipment needed for quantum financial field mapping. Every successful financial decision you've ever made involves moments when you somehow know the right choice beyond logical analysis. Every time you felt drawn toward or away from certain financial opportunities, your consciousness was demonstrating its natural ability to read abundance frequencies in the quantum field. The key to developing this quantum field sensitivity involves learning to distinguish between the electromagnetic signatures of different financial realities. Scarcity consciousness broadcasts on specific frequencies that attract limitation, struggle, and financial stress. Abundance consciousness broadcasts on entirely different frequencies that attract opportunity, resource, and unexpected financial flow. When you tune your consciousness to abundance frequencies, you begin receiving what successful people describe as financial intuitions. Ideas for new income streams appear in your awareness. Opportunities present themselves with perfect timing. Resources become available exactly when needed. People with valuable connections seem to appear naturally in your experience. These aren't coincidences, they're the natural result of consciousness operating as a precision abundance receiver. The fascinating aspect of quantum financial field mapping is that the abundance frequencies you're learning to access don't originate from your personal thoughts or efforts. They broadcast from the same cosmic intelligence that coordinates global economic systems, natural resource distribution, and the countless financial transactions that occur every day across the planet. You're not creating abundance through personal will. You're aligning with abundance intelligence that operates on scales far beyond individual consciousness. This understanding eliminates the performance pressure that blocks financial manifestation. You don't need to generate abundance through intense visualization or positive thinking. You simply need to calibrate your consciousness to receive abundance transmissions that are already broadcasting towards you with consistency of cosmic laws. As you develop this sensitivity, you discover that financial opportunities exist in far greater abundance than most people ever imagine. The limitation isn't in the availability of wealth, it's in the calibration of consciousness required to perceive and access infinite prosperity that surrounds you at every moment, in every second. The most crucial element for rapid financial shifts involves creating seamless continuity between your current self and the financially abundant version of yourself receiving money within 24 hours. Traditional manifestation approaches often fail because they create identity conflicts between who you are now and who you need to become to receive abundance. This internal contradiction acts like trying to drive with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. You generate tremendous internal friction while making very little forward progress. The sophisticated process we're about to explore recognizes that your abundant self is not a different person you need to become, but an existing part of your consciousness that you can access immediately. In parallel realities, you already possess the mindset, capabilities, and circumstances that generate consistent financial flow. The quantum field contains infinite versions of your life, including timelines where you've always been financially successful, where money flows to you naturally, and where abundance feels as normal as breathing. Understanding this removes the artificial pressure of trying to transform yourself into someone completely different. You're not becoming a new person. You're expanding into a fuller expression of who you've always been capable of being. The distinction eliminates the psychological resistance that arises when your current experience contradicts your financial goals. The identity bridge construction process begins with recognizing that consciousness exists across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Right now, as you listen to these words, there are parallel versions of yourself experiencing every possible financial reality. One version struggles with money, while another enjoys unlimited abundance. One version worries about bills, while another makes financial decisions from complete security. These aren't fantasy projections, they're actual consciousness configurations existing in quantum superposition. The technique for accessing your abundant identity that receives rapid income involves temporarily stepping into the consciousness configuration of your parallel abundant self to download the thoughts, feelings, and perceptual patterns that create financial success. That's how this activation works. I am activating a portion within you that is within this timeline. This eliminates the awkwardness of trying to fake confidence or positive thinking while feeling financially stressed. Instead of pretending to feel abundant, you're accessing authentic abundance consciousness that exists within your quantum identity matrix. Begin by recognizing that your abundant parallel self thinks about money in fundamentally different ways than your current financial patterns allow. This version of yourself doesn't hope for abundance, they expect it. They don't worry about money, they manage it. They don't feel grateful for unexpected income, they feel natural satisfaction at abundance flowing according to its normal patterns. These thought patterns are uploading into your consciousness now. These are the natural mental processes of someone whose consciousness operates in abundance timelines. Notice how your abundant parallel self perceives financial opportunities. Where your current perspective might see risk or impossibility, your abundant self recognizes natural abundance flow. Where your current awareness might miss opportunities, your abundant self automatically detects possibility. Where your current identity might feel unworthy of large sums, your abundant self feels completely natural, receiving substantial financial flow. The emotional patterns of your abundant parallel self provide crucial calibration information for rapid financial shifting. This version of yourself feels fundamentally secure about money, not because they've learned to manage fear, but because fear about money doesn't exist in their consciousness configuration. They experience excitement about financial possibilities rather than anxiety about financial problems. They feel genuine appreciation for abundance without the desperate gratitude that often accompanies scarcity consciousness. As you connect with your abundant parallel self, you will discover they make decisions from completely different internal reference points. Where your current identity might choose based on financial survival, your abundant self chooses based on expansion and contribution. Where your current perspective might focus on avoiding financial loss, your abundant self focuses on optimized financial flow. Where your current patterns might seek financial security, your abundant self generates financial freedom. The crucial insight for identity construction involves recognizing that these different consciousness patterns aren't better or worse than your current patterns. They're simply calibrated to different financial realities. Your current patterns maintain alignment with limitation timelines, while your abundant patterns maintain alignment with prosperity timelines. Neither is right or wrong. They're different operating systems designed for different reality configurations. This process allows you to gradually expand your identity to include both consciousness configurations. You don't abandon your current self, you integrate abundant identity patterns into your existing awareness. This creates a smooth transition between limitation consciousness and abundance consciousness without the jarring identity shock that derails manifestation attempts. Now we arrive at the technical heart of this. A specific protocol that you can implement immediately to create financial shifts within the next 24 hours. This protocol integrates quantum field mapping and identity bridge construction into precise consciousness technologies that maintain consistent alignment with immediate abundance timelines. Understanding the protocol's design helps ensure maximum effectiveness. The 24-hour time frame corresponds to one complete cycle of consciousness states that allows for full integration of new financial programming. You'll move through focused waking alignment, relaxed receptivity, dream consciousness processing, and renewed awareness. Each state providing unique opportunities for installing abundance frequencies at different levels of your consciousness architecture. The key distinction between this quantum leap protocol and traditional manifestation approaches involves the fundamental target of your consciousness work. Traditional protocols focus on asking the universe for financial improvement, hoping that repeated requests will eventually produce results. This focuses on aligning with timelines where financial abundance is already flowing, already existing, prosperity to become accessible in your experience. Your 24-hour transformation begins the moment you wake up, when your consciousness naturally exists in the optimal state for quantum frequency calibration. During the transition from sleep to waking awareness, your brain operates in theta and alpha wave patterns that allow direct access to quantum field information without interference from analytical thinking. Begin your morning alignment by immediately connecting with your abundant parallel self before analytical consciousness fully engages. Feel yourself settling into the identity configuration of the version of yourself who wakes up every morning expecting huge financial flow. Notice how this version of yourself thinks about the day ahead, not with anxiety about money, but with natural anticipation of abundance opportunities. As you maintain connection with your abundant identity, tune your consciousness to detect abundance frequencies broadcasting in your immediate environment. Your abundant parallel self perceives financial opportunities that your current awareness might miss. Allow yourself to receive any insights, hunches, or inspirations about potential income sources, business ideas, or financial opportunities that present themselves during this calibrated state. The morning alignment concludes with installing abundance expectation programming that will operate throughout your day. Rather than hoping for money to appear, you're establishing the conscious conditions that allow money to flow toward you naturally and immediately. Your awareness becomes a precision instrument, calibrated to detect and respond to financial opportunities that are all around you right now. All around you are opportunities to make money in the next 24 hours. You are simply not tuned into those opportunities. Midday provides the optimal opportunity to maintain your connection to financial opportunities while engaging in normal daily activities. During this phase, your consciousness has been interacting with various external influences that might have disrupted your morning abundance calibration. The midday recalibration ensures that you maintain consistent alignment with these frequencies regardless of external circumstances. This involves briefly connecting with your abundant parallel self to refresh your consciousness. Notice any abundance frequencies that have been broadcasting toward you during the morning hours. Your abundant identity naturally recognizes opportunities that might appear as coincidences, unexpected conversations, sudden ideas, or intuitive promptings that take specific actions. The midday recalibration also clears any scarcity frequencies you might have unconsciously absorbed from external sources. Media programming, conversations about financial stress, or exposure to limitation consciousness can temporarily disrupt your alignment. By consciously returning to your calibrated state, you maintain consistent proximity to financial opportunities regardless of environmental influences. Your evening programming prepares your consciousness for the profound transformation work that occurs during sleep. This phase involves installing specific programming that your subconscious will process and integrate while your analytical mind rests. The evening session represents your most powerful opportunity for comprehensive financial reality programming. Begin by reviewing your day from the perspective of your abundant parallel self. Notice any abundance opportunities that appeared. Whether you act on them or not, recognize any moments when you felt aligned with financial flow. Any insights about income generation or any circumstances that could lead to increased prosperity. This review process trains your consciousness to become increasingly sensitive to abundance patterns in your daily experience. The programming phase involves consciously installing complete consciousness configuration of your abundant parallel self into your subconscious processing systems. As you prepare for sleep, allow yourself to fully embody the thoughts, feelings, and perceptual patterns of the version of you who experiences consistent financial flow. This isn't a visualization, it's a configuration, downloading that occurs when you access authentic aspects of your quantum identity. Your sleep harnesses the natural consciousness processing that occurs during dream states to reorganize your financial reality at the deepest levels. During sleep, your consciousness operates with minimal interference from limiting beliefs or analytical resistance, allowing profound transformation to occur through direct quantum field interaction. As you drift toward sleep, maintain connection with your abundant parallel self while allowing your consciousness to remain receptive to the abundance intelligence within you. Your subconscious mind will continue processing abundance programming throughout the night, integrating new financial patterns and reorganizing your reality configuration to align with prosperity timelines. This includes natural dream programming that allows your consciousness to explore abundant realities during dream states. Be sure to check out my sleep meditation, Dream State Reality Programming. These dreams serve as consciousness rehearsals for financial abundance, allowing your awareness to become familiar with prosperity experiences before they manifest in physical form. Throughout the entire 24-hour period, remember that you're not trying to force changes through willpower or just positive thinking. You're creating precise conditions that allow existing abundance to flow into your experience through natural quantum field alignment. And this can happen within minutes, seconds even, but definitely within 24 hours. This works by maintaining consistent calibration with timelines where financial abundance is flowing quickly towards you continuously. Most people encounter internal resistance patterns that can derail these attempts. These resistance patterns aren't character flaws or signs of spiritual inadequacy. They're sophisticated psychological protection systems that developed over years of conditioning to keep you safe within familiar reality boundaries. Understanding and dissolving these patterns before they interfere with your quantum leap represents one of the most crucial aspects of successful, rapid financial transformation. The first kind of resistance involves deep cultural conditioning that associates financial struggle with virtue and moral superiority. This suggests that earning money slowly through hardship demonstrates some kind of worthiness, while receiving money easily indicates laziness or some sort of spiritual deficiency. These beliefs create internal conflicts when abundance begins flowing rapidly because they trigger guilt about receiving financial benefits without corresponding struggle. This conditioning operates through ancient survival programming that equated scarcity with safety in environments where resources were genuinely limited or could be stolen. However, in modern quantum reality where abundance exists in infinite supply, these protection patterns create scarcity they were designed to prevent. The sophisticated approach to dissolving this resistance involves recognizing these patterns as outdated programming that served important functions in previous reality configurations but now blocks access to expanded possibilities. Rather than fighting against virtue struggle conditioning, simply acknowledge these patterns as evidence of your consciousness's sophisticated protection system, then let it go. Update the programming to reflect your current reality. Financial abundance allows you to contribute more effectively to causes you care about, support people you love, and express your highest capabilities through expanded resources. Rapid financial flow becomes a service tool rather than a moral failing when you recognize abundance as a means for greater contribution rather than selfish accumulation. The second major resistance pattern involves fear that rapid wealth changes might threaten your relationships or core identity. This resistance recognizes that financial transformation often requires shifting social circles. The fear operates through anticipatory anxiety about losing current relationships or becoming someone unrecognizable to yourself. This is simply not true. This resistance dissolves when you understand that authentic financial abundance enhances rather than threatens your core identity and genuine relationships. People who truly support your highest good will celebrate your financial success rather than resent it. Relationships that require your limitation to remain comfortable aren't serving you anyway. Your essential character traits, values, and carrying capacity remain constant regardless of your financial circumstances. The third category involves skeptical mind patterns that reject possibilities outside conventional understanding. Perhaps this is the biggest one. This resistance operates through logical analysis that dismisses rapid financial transformations that can happen very quickly within 24 hours as impossible based on past experiences and cultural programming. The skeptical mind functions as a reality filter that maintains consistency with previous experience by rejecting information that contradicts established patterns. The approach to skeptical resistance involves satisfying the analytical mind with logical explanations while maintaining receptivity to expanded possibilities. Modern technology demonstrates daily that rapid information and resource transfer occurs constantly through electronic networks. Quantum physics provides scientific foundations for consciousness affecting physical reality through observation and intention. Documented cases of sudden financial windfalls occur regularly through lottery wins, inheritance discoveries, business breakthroughs, investment successes. I hear about them all the time because people are listening to my activations and experiencing this in real time, every day, all the time. It is why I'm so passionate about this. If you can openly accept that the patterns I'm using, the frequencies I'm giving you, are creating a subtle shift in your consciousness that becomes a major shift that changes the way that you see the world, and you start to manifest and link into timelines where money comes to you quickly, then everything changes. Now, as this activation reaches completion, something profound is already integrating into the architecture of your consciousness. The financial programming you've received isn't something you need to remember to use, it's becoming part of your natural operating system. Over the next day, you're going to notice financial reality responding to you differently. This isn't about promising specific dollar amounts or guaranteeing particular outcomes, but rather helping you recognize the subtle and obvious signs that your quantum leap is in progress. Your consciousness has been calibrated to abundance, and reality will begin organizing itself to match this new configuration through various manifestation pathways. Opportunities might present themselves through unexpected income sources that appear with surprising timing. Business ideas will emerge in your awareness with unusual clarity and practical viability. Investment insights might arise that guide you toward profitable decisions you wouldn't have considered before this activation. Debt resolution opportunities will manifest through forgotten resources, payment plans that materialize unexpectedly, or third-party assistance that appears naturally. Direct monetary gifts represent another pathway through which abundance might flow during your 24-hour integration period. Family members might offer financial support, friends could present business partnerships, or strangers might provide opportunities that lead to immediate income. The key involves maintaining receptive awareness without becoming attached to specific forms your abundance might take, allowing the field maximum flexibility in organizing prosperity pathways. The integration process requires maintaining this conscious state that you've accessed during this activation as you go about normal daily activities. This prevents the common problem of having powerful experiences during activations that fade when people return to routine consciousness. Your abundant parallel self-identity needs to remain accessible throughout your day, influencing how you perceive opportunities, make decisions, and respond to financial possibilities. As you interact with people today, notice any conversations that touch on financial topics, business opportunities, or resource sharing. Your consciousness will naturally detect abundance frequencies in discussions that might have seemed irrelevant before this activation. Pay attention to casual suggestions about income generation, offhand comments about business ideas, or seemingly random information that comes to you about financial opportunities. Your enhanced field sensitivity might manifest as sudden inspiration about creative income sources, intuitive hunches about investment decisions, or spontaneous ideas for monetizing existing skills and resources. These insights arise from your expanded connection to abundance intelligence rather than forced analytical thinking, making them feel natural and authentic rather than desperate or artificial. Throughout the integration, maintain connection with your abundant self. Whenever you notice old patterns attempting to reassert themselves, your previous limitations might periodically surface through habitual worry thoughts or scarcity reactions to financial triggers. Rather than fighting these patterns, simply return to your calibrated frequency by reconnecting with the identity of your financially successful self. Remember that the 24-hour time frame represents the beginning of your expanded relationship with financial reality rather than a single transformation event. The consciousness shifts you have experienced today establish the foundation for ongoing flow of abundance that continues expanding as you maintain alignment with prosperity timelines. Your quantum leap into financial abundance becomes a permanent capacity rather than a temporary experience when you consistently operate from the consciousness states you've accessed through this activation. Trust the process that has been set into motion through your consciousness transformation. Trust the quantum field intelligence that organizes abundance manifestation through precise universal laws. Trust your enhanced ability to perceive and respond to opportunities as they flow to you. Most importantly, trust your natural birthright to experience the financial abundance that allows you to express your highest capabilities and contribute your greatest gifts to the world around you. Please do me a favor and put in the comments what happens to you over the next 24 hours. Tell the world about how it is possible to shift your consciousness very quickly, that financial miracles can come to you instantaneously. Open yourself to infinite possibilities. And if you need coaching, put the word coaching in the subject line and email me at chiefexecutiveprime@gmail.com. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.